BackStage.
We're back.
Hi.
Again, another episode.
Yes.
Wow. What's this? 3 now? Oh, well, it's only 2 as far as everybody's concerned, but we do have 3. Natalie, Kardum. You are, at the moment, the director of the Vancouver Short Film Festival.
This is true, yes.
And we want to know all about you.
Okay.
So, let's do a little bio.
Yes.
Maybe like, what got you into, I know you're an actress now.
I was an actress.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually quite funny. I have a friend of mine who is a director, and he had no idea that I was an actress. Or I was an actress. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
It was a cold day in February 17th, 19... No, I'm just kidding.
Well, let me write that down.
Actually, my background, I was a dancer. I studied ballet and jazz and all that sort of thing when I was a kid and got really serious about it and joined a dance company for a bit. And then I decided that I was going to quit it all and start acting. So moved to Vancouver and I got into...
Not the circus?
Not the circus. Actually, I could have, I was kind of interested in that too, but not the circus. And actually, I did the Studio 58 program at Langara College for 3 years and graduated from there. And I don't know, I've always been into the arts, but also been into the academics as well. So I did a degree at UBC.
So many people are like that, you're kind
I was kind of like the James Franco before James Franco was. James Franco was doing a bit of everything. But, yeah, so I acted for a while, and I ended up moving to the UK and did a master's degree in arts, and actually it's called Arts Administration Cultural Policy, and did some work in film festivals there, and kind of a little bit of everything. And when I moved back to Vancouver, it was just going to be a temporary thing, and then you end up getting involved in some stuff, and then you forget that you're supposed to leave. So, yeah, that's a brief overview of my background.
When did you get involved in the festival scene here?
I got involved, actually started off, I did a lot of volunteer work for Women in Film and Television, Women in Film and Television Vancouver, and I was on the board for a while there. I think it was 2006, 2007, and so they have their Women in Film Festival that happens every March, so I was a part of that and really loved. I've always loved festival. I always loved kind of the preparation of it, and then suddenly it's kind of showtime. It's the event time, and there's all the people there. It's kind of a bit frantic, but it's fun, and you get to meet all the filmmakers, and then I managed the volunteers.
There's an energy, isn't there? Right?
There's a total energy, and I found that I really like working with volunteers because they're people that, they want to contribute and volunteer and do something, and they're so eager and keen, and it's just an energy that, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's a totally different, in French we say, raison d'être, reason for being.
Yeah.
It's I know what you're saying there. It's really great. How many people are involved, in the organization of the festival?
In the organization, and not including myself, we have about 12 interns that are currently on board with us. So we have, our sponsorship team, marketing team. We have kind of a technical coordinator, PR. He was our photographer.
Yes.
Yay, thank you. And so, yes, he said. And it's great. A lot of the, the people that are working with us, some are seasoned and just think that the festival is an important thing and want to contribute. And there's other people that just finish school and they're really eager and they want to work in film. And I don't know how I lucked out, but we have such a great team of motivated, awesome people that are so great to work with. And actually, for myself, being the director this year, last year I was involved as a volunteer coordinator and a programmer, but being kind of director this year and kind of managing the interns has been the best thing about it because they're just willing to learn, and they have great ideas, and meeting up with them is awesome. Like
It's fresh too, isn't
they're
it?
total fresh, and they're
Yeah.
and everyone, no matter kind of what obstacles we face, everyone's just willing to see, hey, well, what can we do here? What can we do here? So it's
Find
been
answers instead of problems. Right?
absolutely, yeah, that's been the best part about it. Excuse me.
Well, when is the festival?
Festival is November 15th and 16th, so that's Friday and Saturday at the Van City Theater.
Where's that?
And Van City Theater is on 1161 Seymour. So, so it's like the Vancouver International Film Center. So it's the hub basically. It's the home of VIF, and produced here in
So
Vancouver.
hurry up.
Hurry up!
You're
Yeah.
editing. What's the deadline?
Deadline is August 1st. August
First.
1st, 5 p.m. Not a second later. Actually, no, sorry, 6 p.m. And yeah, so you can just go on our website, vsff.com, go to our submissions page. All the details are there on how to submit. You can submit electronically. Send us a secured link of your short, or you can go old school and send us a DVD. We can take that too. And our festival, we accept submissions, films that are made and produced in BC. We think it's really important to honor and to support the great work that's happening in Vancouver and in the rest of BC. I mean, there's so many pockets of film communities throughout BC. It's pretty amazing. And so we're BC based, and
Yes.
we think that's really important to do. So.
I guess, a lot of people might even wonder, I've got 2 or 3 young producers and I'm trying to get them to do their editing and just say, look, it's never going to be perfect. Just get it out there. Why participate in festivals anyway? I mean, if you're a producer or a director and, why not just go right to the top?
Well, I think, it's great. If we could all go right to the top, we would all be, I'm total a fan of, aiming high and, shoot for the moon or whatever that saying is. But, I think it's, especially as a new filmmaker, like we have students and professionals can submit to our festivals. And I think especially for students and for professional people that are just kind of, left film school and produce a couple of shorts and, want to get their stuff seen. Like, there's something about making a short, making a piece of work and having it screened in a theater in front of people. I think
and this is a real theater.
It's a real theater. It's a real it's like cinema. And I think what's so important about that is sometimes as people that work in the arts, people that work in film, it takes such a long time. So even make like a 5-minute short, it takes from writing the script to planning it, to getting your team, to finally finding a place to shoot it, to edit it and whatnot. It takes such a long time, and when you're starting from the beginning, I think it's even if you're making like a short piece, it's really overwhelming. And I think the fact when you get it, when you finish it and submit it to a festival and it gets in and you screen it, I think there's something about that realizes how your goals are really attainable though too, because a lot of people then they move on and do features, and I think it's a really great stepping stone. I think particularly with our festival as well. I mean, the people that come and support us, we're all peers. Like, we're all colleagues, we're peers, and we're there to really support each other. So I think kind of the feeling of the festival is it's not so much competitive as really supportive, and I think that's great because the industry is very competitive.
It is, and it shouldn't be, because we have to start thinking about building something sort of more wholesome instead of just clawing our way to the top. I think it's really important, especially at the beginning, for sure. How about this whole thing about the length? You hear all sorts of things. From your perspective, what if you had the perfect length of a short for your purposes? Is there one?
I don't know if there's a perfect length. Generally, we'll accept films that are no more than 30 minutes. Like, we screened a film that was like 30 seconds, and I think as long as the story's engaging and it's well made, and it's a good, for me, like, story is everything, apart, like, over anything. If there's a good story, then that, I think sometimes that's like half the work.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing a festival of short
30-minute short is a lot of work.
It's a long time. Part of me is like, why don't you just do a feature? But the thing is, though, also when you're programming, when you're screening a bunch of like 5 minutes, 7-minute, 15-minute films, and then you get a half-hour long short, it's really long.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that we've never screened a film that was like over 20 minutes, but generally we, kind of looking over what we programmed the past few years, things that generally, it's rare that we have a film that's more than like 12, 13 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Your vision of the future of film in Vancouver, what, do you see more independent stuff? Do you think the big shows are coming back? What does your gut tell you?
I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, I try to attend as many events in town, and I was telling you earlier that I went to the Van Webcam kind of kickoff. So there's going to be a web series film festival that's going to take place next year, and I think that's great. And I love the fact that I'm seeing a lot of people just take initiative and create their own projects, and I think sustainability is what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
I love seeing that people are just going, hey, I'm just making their own stuff. I mean, it's great when we get bigger projects or big film Hollywood stuff come up here, because I think it's a great source of revenue for the people that are working within the industry. Mm-hmm. But I think that should maybe be the icing of the cake. I think we really have to build up and do our own stuff, because there's great stuff happening here. More meat, exactly. And I mean, there's so much talent and so much great stuff happening here that I know we can do it. I know people can we can build our industry here, and
I know it.
It's great. And I think that's where the feeling's going. That's where the sentiment's going. And
would you come back when it's a little closer?
I would love to come back.
Okay.
Absolutely. This has been so much fun.
We will arrange that, and then maybe just give those last few people maybe before the deadline.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Before the deadline. So the deadline's August 1st. Visit us at vsff.com. And you can follow us on Facebook, Van Short Film Fest, or follow us on Twitter at VSFF on Twitter. And we're always posting out more information. And, if you got a project, if you're just editing it, like, get it done as soon as possible and submit to our festival.
If you have questions for Natalie, put them on the blog.
Yeah.
And then I will nail her with them when she comes back.
Yes.
Before the deadline. We'll maybe try and do it maybe a week or two or something before the deadline.
That's awesome, yeah.
Okay?
That sounds great. Thanks for coming.
See you later.
See you later.